Previously on Dice Versa.
You are reeling and scrambling after the surprise attack with this large reptilian man looming over you, and you see an intensity in his eyes as he stalks forward with your blood glistening on his claws.
Drop the dog!
Mishka smirks at the guys. You're in trouble now.
Alright, fine. I give. It's over. I'm not your enemy. I'm just a hired gun.
Hired by who?
Dang it. I do not know any specifics. The money has been wired anonymously from Third Eye Salvage.
What did you do to Hashashir?
The hint of a smile appears on his reptilian lips, and he says,
I just took him back to my employers and put on his appearance. What they did with him, I cannot say, but it is probably nothing good.
How long ago did you take Hashashir to this salvage?
So the dragon can ask good questions. How long have I been skulking around this damn decrepit station with you all? 2 days? 3? It all blends together after a while.
If that is the case, that means Hashashir has been missing for at least 2 or 3 days.
Yep.
And with his medical condition, he must be in very bad shape wherever he is.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll need to find that as soon as possible.
Did you say Third Eye Salvage, large one?
Yes, small one I did.
Yes, this assassin was hired by the Third Eye Salvage. They are the one who presumably has Hashashir.
That is quite strange. Third Eye Salvage is a scrapyard run by Dralix in the lower levels. Please exercise caution. It is likely that the Sardot's agents await you at this salvage yard. It does seem like a chance to gather clues, but it is also sure to be dangerous.
As you explore the lower levels of Outpost Zed, it doesn't take long for you guys to find a neon sign that depicts 3 eyes above the Aslanti word for salvage. Most of the letters on the sign are burnt out, and it hangs above a pair of rusting metal doors. There's a large metal gate that stands to the east of these doors.
You guys feel like we're in some sort of sci-fi noir?
Before you approach, let's get some checks out of the way. First off, a culture check.
Is this related to my paranormal case of work?
I'm gonna say because we have dealt with a shapeshifter and you are looking for a missing person, this is in your field of expertise.
Oh my god, I think that's the first time I get to use this bonus.
It is the first time your job has helped you.
So I roll a natural 1 for a total of 15.
Womp womp.
But hey, I rolled a 15 on a natural 1.
Natural 20 for 26!
Nice.
Nevessa, I've got this.
I got a 22.
Mishka and Ukko, you apparently have been kind of put off by these Dralix and have done some research on them because you recognize the 3 eyes as a Dralic symbol that represents the obscure philosophy that's prevalent within the Kurzak Nebula, which is the home of the Dralic's Shadari Confederacy.
Right.
That was a lot of words.
Yeah, no, I knew this.
All right, let's now get some perception checks.
I'm good at that. Is it my turn to roll a 1?
Ooh. It's my turn for a natural 20 for a 28.
Hey, I got a 30.
Ukko got 16.
Nevessa, you were too busy scoping out the area to be thinking about Dralic symbols, and you notice an electronic buzzer above the door, which will activate as soon as the door is opened, sort of like a bell above the door. And you also notice, and Mishka, you also notice this, there is a security camera scanning the area from the corner of the building. Luckily, you guys notice it before you step into its viewing arc, as it kind of scans back and forth the, let's say, 10 feet in front of the door.
Should we take the direct approach or maybe try to, knock out some of these systems before going in?
Well, if they're watching closely, they'll see their systems go down, so we would have to move quickly.
or need a distraction, I'm Ukko T-Bronte, and this is my favorite salvage yard on Outpost Zed.
Is that the route we want to go? Do we think a distraction would work?
So maybe if they know who's here, they know why I'm here. I will go up and be irate. Oh, you killed my friends! I'll kill you!
And then we've lost any element of surprise.
But all attention would be on... That's me. I'm pointing at myself. And there's that gate to the east. If y'all want to sneak in that way... Again, if we go distraction route, I don't mind killing bad guys and being in a fight. I don't know if any of you noticed.
I've noticed.
I kinda like it.
Yeah. I mean, that could be, but the problem is if Navessa and I are sneaking in, they might be trying to kill you and we may not be here to back you up.
Yeah, well, maybe. If that's the case, I will shout.
Well, one option is I can try and sneak up and put the camera maybe on a loop. Just hack it real quick. That way, if the camera sees something, it won't show us. But that would depend on me, obviously sneaking up to it and not getting seen by the camera in the first place. As otherwise, I'd be looping myself, and I don't think that's gonna help anybody.
I think that sounds like a good plan.
Let's pocket the big distraction. If things go sideways, we'll go simple, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll wait here.
Do you want me to scout it out, maybe? I can go take a quick peek and then come back and let you know what I see.
Yes.
Sure. Baby? Did you say maybe or baby? I'm fine either way.
Either one works.
Oh, shucks.
Okie dokie. I'll be right back.
Okay, hey, just keep an extra eye out. Dark alleys have a bad reputation for killing my friends.
It's true. Should I roll stealth first?
If you're trying to be sneaky.
I am.
Are you saying you'd let us forget to be sneaky?
Yes.
Oh.
That's a 22.
Okay, you are stealthy. You creep off to the west, and as you round that corner, you see that the building is so close together with the one next to it that there's no room for anything other than like ODOs, those bugs, to go through. Doesn't seem like a viable path to the west.
All right, just kind of creeps on back. Doesn't really seem like any passages that way for us to fit through. This way might be our best option.
Yeah. Or maybe I could just fly over the camera.
Oh, true. Is that a possibility?
Sure.
Oh, I'm just saying, if you want uppies, I might be able to, fly you up or something, I forget I got these wings. Vanessa, what do you think?
It does seem the safest unless they have additional cameras beyond. But at that point, I guess we don't really know and we have no way of knowing.
Well, alright, flyby.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, I'll take you first, Mishka, because you sneaky doggy boy.
Fair enough.
I grab my bonded, and I'm gonna just try to, when it's looking the other way, give myself a little bit of a running start to essentially try to land in this area of its blind spot.
Make an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics?
10 for acrobatics.
You go to fly over the camera, and as you begin landing on the other side, you realize that there's less space than you thought there was. As you try to squeeze yourself up against the wall, the camera still rotates towards you, and you have a distinct feeling that you are being seen by it.
Do I believe the camera sees me as well, or just him?
Roll another stealth check.
26.
So Mishka, you are able to kind of see what's about to happen right as Ukko lands, and you take the opportunity to sort of duck behind his hulking mass and stay out of view of the camera.
What should I do? It can totally see me. I feel its eyes on me.
You've been spotted. Destroy the camera.
Oh, thank God for Navessa. I turn,
You sons of bitches!
just stab at it. I just whip out, not the rocker. I'll do it with the sword.
And I won't even make you roll for it. You've had so much practice killing cameras in Golta that this one happens second nature as you just slice it from the wall, and it sputters some sparks and crashes to the ground below and splinters into a bunch of metal and plastic and glass pieces.
I tried, okay? I really did.
Quick, Mishka, let's get the door.
Yep.
And you said there is some sort of electronic sensor on this. Would it be engineering to try and disable that?
Yeah, there's a buzzer on the top that would let them know someone's here.
I assist with my 15.
And Navessa rolled a 27.
Plus the assist brings it up to a 29, which is more than enough as you just reach up and pull the wire out of the side of the buzzer, deactivating it.
Nice.
All right, door.
Door!
Nevessa will step aside and say, Ukko, after you.
The rusted doors open to a cluttered shop containing all sorts of electronics. Some are on shelves and in bins, while others dangle from the ceiling, impairing your vision and movement. A curved counter adjacent to the entry has a register among more electronic scraps and wires. A monitor on the far side of the room displays the disabled security camera feed, and as you watch the snowy static flurry across the screen, a trio of wisps appear from the clutter and charge at you, and 3 Dralics emerge from the shadows wielding shadow stabs. Roll initiative!
Let's freaking go!
This is why we sent Ukko first.
That's darn right.
Alright, so before you can react, the Dralics get a surprise round as they all charge forward with their shadow stabs, and they all just start pummeling on you with them.
Oh,
Luckily, your new armor protects you from most of the onslaught, but one strike does get through for 4 damage.
weirdly enough, I'm more concerned about the floaty things than the 3 physical things I've killed before.
Because of your tech ghost phobia.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, so I'll just swing at one of these wisps. 26 to hit for 17 slashing damage.
Your blade cuts straight through the wisp, and the wisp swirls and dissipates in the air, and then a moment later it all just coalesces back into the wisp unharmed.
Ghosts!
Mishka will step over to see what the F is going on. Oh, there are indeed ghosts. I will do a trick attack. To basically just run up Ukko's back and jump off over the desk to land there and then try to knife this Dralic.
Okay.
And I know it's Mishka. I'm familiar with his boots upon my back.
Yeah, he keeps fucking stepping on me. Got a total of 24 on my survival check.
That succeeds.
Yay! Ooh. 27 to hit for 6 plus 11 damage.
Ooh.
So a total of 17 damage.
You drive your blade deep into his shoulder, and he lets out a cry of pain as he crumples under your blade, but he manages to keep himself on his feet as a thick purple blood starts running down his shoulder.
All right, so from here, I have line of sight on the wisps.
Okay.
Is there a check I can do to see if Nevessa knows what the wisps are?
Yeah, make a life science check.
I'm not good at that. That's an 11.
Also make a mysticism check.
She rolled a 23 for mysticism.
You look at them and they kind of confuse you for a second, and then you realize that these are magical creatures and they are probably incorporeal. You probably can tell that their purpose is to harry a target and make it easier for the person who casted the wisps to engage them in melee.
Ukko, ignore the wisps. I think they're conjured by the Dralics. Just focus on them. When she says that, she will use her move action to target the one Mishka slashed at with Get 'em.
All right.
I'm going to shoot my static arc pistol at the Get 'em one then. Hey! I rolled a 23 plus Get 'em for max damage of 8.
And you put him down.
Nevessa just killed somebody. Hell yeah!
Her get him was a promise.
Nevessa blows off the smoke coming off the end of the pistol and says, "Got him."
As that Dralic falls from Nevessa's shot, I need Nevessa to make a reflex save, please.
Pardon? Nevessa rolls a 15.
As your electric blast hits the Dralic, you see magic shimmer across his skin and then shatter. You can visibly see some force trailing along the electric arc back towards you, and it blasts you in the face for 4 damage.
Rude.
Now the Dralic directly north of Ukko swings his shadow staff at Ukko again. I need you to make a fortitude save, as the staff doesn't seem to deal any damage, but it sort of lingers on your armor for a moment.
I got a 20.
You feel like your muscles are growing a bit sore and tired unnaturally, but you're able to shake it off and ignore the effect.
Hey, Nick, cut it out.
Okay.
Thank you.
The next Dralic comes and does the same thing. Please make another fortitude save.
I said cut it out.
I lied.
25!
Yep, you shrug this one off as well, and you see the Dralix kind of look at each other with concern as their attacks seem to be doing pretty much nothing.
Your fake ghosts confuse me no longer. Your lives are forfeit!
I have the ability to cleave, so first things first, I'm going to try to hit the northernmost Dralic.
Okay.
Swing! Does a 14 hit?
You are able to just eke out the Dralic as he kind of tries to duck back behind all of the dangling equipment that's hanging from the ceiling, but you read his movements and you're able to still catch him with the edge of your blade.
For 20 slashing damage.
Yeah, a real good nick.
It was right on that carotid artery there.
Yep, and he goes stumbling back into the darkness a bit, and as he reemerges, you see that he also has a thick trail of blood pouring down from his neck, and he begins panicking.
That cut continues on as I cleave, and I make a second attack on the adjacent Dralic. 25 to hit his bro right there for 15 slashing damage.
This one connects cleanly and just chunks into the armor of the next Dralic, not hitting anything quite as vital, but still doing quite a bit of damage.
Where's Hasty?
Mishka is going to do more or less the same thing as bread and butter. A trick attack. Sets a 22 on the survival check.
That succeeds.
Hell yeah. Move here. Knife time.
Ooh, ooh.
A natural 20 for a total of 28.
That hits.
So that is 12 plus 23, 35.
You're doing like Ukko damage.
That's what I was going to say. Giving Ukko a run for his money as you land behind this Dralic, who, by the way, had 1 hit point left.
Not anymore, baby.
And just decimate his ass.
Yeah, I think while Ukko is cleaving through these guys and they're reeling from his attack, Mishka uses that as a cover to essentially like roll over the one on the left as he's doubling over in pain, and then just kind of like sidesteps behind the other one and just stabs him just like right in between the ribs with his combat knife and pulls it out as the Dralic breathes his last breath. And then Mishka will point his knife at the other one's like, "You're welcome to surrender whenever you want, friend."
And make a reflex save, please.
Ah, shit. 24.
You see that shimmer as you finish off that Dralic, and the shimmer grows brighter and then explodes as you take, what do we say, 35? As you take 17 damage.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
you take half of what you dealt to kill?
Can I take it back? I don't want to crit anymore.
They only had 1 HP and you crit! Oh god, why did you overkill Mishka?
Holy shit. Ow.
You can surrender any time.
This is fucking blow myself up. God
Oh my
damn.
god, double all the dice. This is the best day ever. Ukko, having seen his 2 friends just deal with this, like,
I'm gonna gently kill this last guy.
Maybe we just leave the killing to Nevesta because she caps out at 8 damage.
that's a great point, actually.
Well, I heard Mishka try to intimidate the last guy to surrender, so with my move action, I'm going to switch the arc pistol to stun mode for non-lethal damage.
There it is.
Oh, I forgot to say I did that to my knife. My knife was in stun mode.
Right.
Yeah, and then she will do the pew-pew. Nevesta rolls a 15.
The shot flies through the doorway and finds its mark, and once again, this Dralic crumples just like his 2 comrades, and that armor shimmers. Make a reflex save.
Even on non-lethal. Rude. That's a 1.
Oh boy.
All right, that shimmering armor explodes and, like the last one, arcs along your electricity back to you, and you also take 8 non-lethal damage.
I like to think that she just was so confident that she'd cracked the code on how it worked. Like, oh, if I do non-lethal damage, it won't fire back, so she didn't even try to dodge.
Turns out damage is damage.
Turns out damage is damage.
Yeah, that packs as much of a punch as whoever hits it, apparently. Ow.
I mean, it didn't hurt that bad.
Hey, speak for yourself. Do we know what is causing that effect? You think it's magic?
Make a mysticism check, anybody who wants to try to answer that question.
Nevessa rolled a 25.
You are pretty certain that that was a spell. In fact, with that 25, you might even recognize that spell as reflective armor.
I'm pretty sure it was a reflective armor spell.
Can we put that on my armor? Is that something like we can install? Do you install a spell?
You don't, but if you want, you can spend anywhere from 5 years to a lifetime studying mysticism.
Ew.
And then you might be able to do it yourself.
That's what you're for, Nevessa.
Oh, I don't do it, I just know about it.
All right. Thank you for your support, Nevessa.
Can I scoot the dead guys over like here? Push them under a desk just for the moment?
Yeah. So you like push them over here?
Yeah, just to sort of get them out of the way for now.
There you go, Nevessa. All right, well, loot the bodies, question this guy. What do y'all want to do?
This isn't all of them, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, here, let's restrain this one, see if we can't rouse him and ask him some questions. And if he's not willing to cooperate, you know what to do, Ukko.
Spit on him. Oh, but he's not Aslanti. Kill him. Kill him. All right.
We probably shouldn't kill a prisoner.
But he started it. Okay, what do we tie him up with? Who's got what?
Let's see.
I'll sit on him. I'll sit on him. There's things hanging all over here. Why don't we just tie him up in computer stuff, right?
That's not a terrible idea. I don't have any rope, so yeah, Mishka will start scavenging wires, I guess.
Wires and cords.
Yeah, cords.
Okay. There's plenty to grab.
And I'll loot those bodies.
You actually don't find anything very valuable. The most valuable thing that they're wearing is their armor, and you find some ammo for shadow staves if you wanted to grab that for your own.
Yeah, I might as well.
They each have one clip.
The monitor over there, is it just the one monitor for the one camera, or are there additional monitors with additional cameras?
It is just one monitor, but you see that there are 4 separate feeds. One of them is currently static, which was the one that was out front. There's one that is showing like a narrow corridor with 2 large gates on either side. And then there are 2 that are showing opposite views of the large scrapyard. Nothing seems to be standing out on any of them. You don't see any movement or anything like that.
Okay. She'll do a quick rummage around for any information like regarding like the Aslanti or where our companion might be.
Roll a perception check.
Nevessa rolls a 27.
So you start going through the drawers and the desks and stuff, looking for any information. You don't see anything about the Aslanti. There's just like ledgers and manifests of all the scrap that they've intook and the scrap that they've sold, people that they've worked with, clients and that sort of thing. But as you go behind the desk down to the south, you find a locked safe. Looks like it needs a 4-digit pin.
Could I try like an engineering check to see if I could just crack it?
Yeah, go for it.
Nevessa rolls a 24.
All right, with that 24, you are able to pop the panel off the front of the lock, and you trace the circuitry to see which ones are going to the lock. With a little bit of time, you find the right one and just yank it out, just like you did with the buzzer. And you see the display go dead, and then you hear a quiet whirring inside of the safe as it unlocks. And you pop it open to find a cred stick. You see that it has 500 credits on it.
Noise.
Turns out the code was 1337.
Turns out the code was screwdriver plus a good yank.
Hey, that's my code too. Yeah, as much fun as we're having and blah blah with the guy that's not dead, we do have a friend here who is actively suffering somewhere, so...
So we're not going to ask this guy some questions then?
Is he talkable?
By now, he's stirring a little bit more and mumbling a bit, but he seems very out of it. You can try talking to him, but at this point, without some sort of medical attention, it probably seems unlikely that he's going to be much use.
I'm no doctor, but he doesn't look talkable to me.
Yeah, we can circle back to this one later. He's tied up. He's not going anywhere.
Okay. I'll take some more cords and stuff and like essentially kind of gag him. So that way if he does wake up while we're moving about, he hopefully doesn't make too much noise.
Okay.
All right. where to next.
Perhaps if you're up for it, Mishka, you could scout ahead first, make sure there aren't more of these Dralics lying in wait.
All right.
Just be careful, you just kicked your own ass.
Yeah.
So you climb the stairs and get to the top of the catwalk, and you see a series of opaque strips hanging from the top of the doorway to create a curtain.
Mishka will try to stealthily peek his head through to see what's on the other side.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
That's a 20.
You poke your head through the plastic strips and you see a small, narrow corridor with a large gate to both the south and the north. This looks like the other side of the large gate that you saw out front.
On the other side of the walkway, is that more plastic strips?
Yep, more strips.
Okay, I'll move towards that and peek my head through that one as well.
You peek your head through this doorway and you see a cramped but well-organized workshop that is sprawling throughout this irregularly shaped area, a rusted metal door that leads off to the north, and the light of a computer monitor glowing from the south.
Mishka will come back. The two areas ahead look pretty clear. Nobody that I saw, but there might be a computer that maybe we can get some information out of if we want to take a look at that.
So you guys all head across the way, through the plastic curtains, and as you enter this area on the other side, you see that there's actually another door tucked away in the little nook in the southeast corner that Mishka couldn't see when he did his initial check. And Nevessa, you can see that on the computer, there's a blueprint or a diagram of some kind.
Can I take a closer look and figure out what said diagram is?
Yeah, make an engineering check.
Also, while I'm doing that, I'm going to silently gesture to Mishka and point at the door I clocked.
Okay.
Nevessa rolled a 26 engineering check.
You recognize it as a schematic, and you actually notice that there's a set of parts that are neatly arranged on the desk in front of the computer. And as you kind of look between the parts and the schematic, you put two and two together and you realize that this is a schematic for assembling an armor crafter engineering specialty toolkit and all of the pieces required.
Ooh. Can I unload all of the bits to Ukko and download the schematic to my comm unit?
Yes.
Here, Ukko. We'll probably want this later.
Nevessa just hands you a few handfuls, they're armfuls for her, handfuls for you, of what seem just like random mechanical and electric bits.
What are these?
Just put it in your bag. It's the parts for armor crafting kit.
Oh, we got a weaponsmithing one back in the ship. Oh, cool. We'll do armor and weapons.
Mishka, you approach this door.
I'm going to try and stealthily open it and see what's on the other side.
All right, roll another stealth check since time has passed since the last one and noise has been made.
31.
Nice. You kind of quiet down Ukko as he waxes about his space blacksmithing and crack the door open quietly. Inside, you find a room with a pair of bunk beds along the eastern wall, and on the wall opposite of each bed is a set of lockers.
I will check these lockers to see if there's anything of use in them.
Okay. You pop the lockers open easily, and inside of them you find some mundane items like clothing, some spare boots, some toiletries. Go ahead and roll perception to see if you find anything else.
Okay. I'll dookie roll. That's a total of 17.
As you dig through them, you find some more personal items, some books, some e-reader kind of things. But other than that, nothing particularly valuable or meaningful that you can see.
All right. What about underneath these beds?
Other than some dust piling up in the corners, it's completely clear under there.
Okay. You'll come back out. Clear. Just like a little sleeping area.
There's a door up here. Are we moving, or do you guys have more to do on the computer?
Because after you download the schematic, you close out the window, and it becomes pretty quickly apparent that this is mostly just a workstation. There's not a ton of useful information here.
No, there's nothing else relevant here. Let's continue on to the north.
We're being sneaky, right?
Trying our best.
Okay. Team Sneaky, you ready? All hands in. On 3. 1, 2.
Quiet. Inside voice.
1, 2, 3. Team Sneaky.
Team Sneaky.
All right, roll another stealth check.
Ooh! Ooh, natural 20 for 33.
Nice. You are captain of Team Sneaky for sure.
Ukko was picked last for that team.
Yeah, I'm the goalie.
All right, so you crack open the door, and your sensitive doggy nose picks up a stale metallic scent coming from the other side. And as you peek through, you see a massive heap of scrap that reaches almost to the top of the 20-foot wall to the east, and it's clear that you're looking into the scrapyard.
I got an inch forward.
As you creep forward, you pass a small structure that appears to be made out of a variety of recycled doors to the left of you.
Can I quietly open that or check the door?
Yep, you open it and you find a dirty but functional toilet inside.
Okay, toilet. All right.
As you move forward and reach the corner of the building, you see the rest of the scrapyard, which is lit by a set of blue floodlights that are attached to the southern wall. The yard itself is about 50 square feet, filled with all sorts of scrap. Garbage, discarded electronics, and even some rusted vehicles poke out from beneath the refuse mounds. In the less cluttered center of the yard, you see several barrels and crates that are filled up with scrap that looks to be in better condition than the rest of the rubbish in the heaps.
Mishka will come back into the room, quietly close the door. This door leads to the junkyard area. I didn't see anybody, but they might be waiting and hiding again. So we should move into that room very carefully.
Or they're like tall piled up stuff.
The piles are mostly in the corners around the walls.
Oh man, I was gonna like run in there and just push stuff over, you know? I got squished.
I mean, if you see that, go for it. But I don't think there's much opportunity for that.
All right,
But yeah, you should try to be careful.
be careful, but not quiet.
I mean, they already pretty much know we're here, I assume.
Yeah, okay. Am I the engine or am I the caboose?
Of the, what are we, a ship?
Of the us train.
Oh, okay. The engine, I suppose, yeah.
Cool.
Here I am, shoot me.
Mishka's gonna try to keep laying low and being stealthy in the hopes that he is not seen.
Does that mean you want to be caboose?
Should I?
I don't know. You're not moving.
I'll move in and be sneaky. Just kind of hide behind this pile here.
Okay.
Neveso is also going to attempt stealth, leaving this room.
Okay.
Neveso rolls a 28.
Damn, nice.
As you all three enter this area and get eyes on the scrapyard, please roll perception checks.
Ukko got a 17.
Neveso got a 25.
Natural 20 for 34.
Nevessa, you spot several trails of slime crisscrossing the floor, and some of the trails lead into refuse piles along the western wall. Mishka, you notice that there's a path that looks like it's been worn into the metal floor by frequent foot traffic that leads from basically where you are now towards the northeastern corner of the scrapyard.
Nevessa will continue doing the non-verbal signals that she's been doing with Mishka, basically pointing to make sure that he spotted the trails, and also taps to her head, indicating that you should probably communicate that to Ukko.
Roger. Yeah, Mishka will follow her lead, point out all the trails and stuff that he sees, and will ping in Ukko's mind. Be careful, buddy. We see a slime trail leading to the west and some tracks leading to the northeast, so be careful and watch out for ambushes.
Which way should I go?
And as you ask that question, you see the piles of rubbish to the west shudder and shift, and two large brown slugs emerge. Their mouth parts are foaming with spittle that sizzles when it drips onto the metal floor. Roll initiative.
Ah! Poop monster!